I want you to keep your good heart, but I want you to set some boundaries. Okay, I want you to keep your good heart. I don't want you to change who you are. I'm not telling you to be cold-hearted. I'm not telling you to, not be the person that you were created to be. I want you, look at all the hearts. Ashley, Sabrina, man, Ashley again, Christina, all the hearts. So a lot of us, we feel guilty. That's me, right? I have something called responsibility OCD. What that is that I always feel responsible to fix everything. I always feel responsible to be the solution. Drop a fire emoji if you feel me. Or actually just type yes. Type yes if you feel responsible for so many things. Maybe you're a mother, maybe your dad, maybe just a human being that always wants to help everybody because of your good heart. But I want to tell you right now, and I want to be clear. I want you to keep your good heart, right? Your good heart matters. I want you to keep your good heart. But what I also want you to do, thank you, Tammy, for the stars. I appreciate you. I want you to set some boundaries. Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay? That's what I need for you. Jessica said yes. Valerie said yes. And so I want you to think about this. And we're going to have a conversation tonight. This is going to be less inspirational, motivational, and just more conversational because I want to talk to you. I already want to get to your heart tonight because I can tell you this, that I've put myself, let me just say this, as a person that's in position. And what I mean by that is I'm in position to be a leader. I'm in position to take care of things, right? As a father, as a husband, as a leader. I mean, even for you guys, right? As a mentor for some of you, as a coach, like there's a lot of pressure that comes with it because oftentimes we put ourselves last, right? Oftentimes we want to make sure that everybody's good. And it's such a great thing. It's such a great trait. But at the same time, when we have that responsibility OCD, when we feel like, oh, we have to fix people. Some of us, let's just start there. Some of us are trying to do Mission Impossible. Some of us are trying to fix people that we cannot fix. Some of you have allowed your good heart, and I've been guilty of this too, so I'm not judging you. I'm actually feeling you on this. Some of us, we allowed our good heart to keep us in situations that have drained our life. We've allowed our good heart at times to make us hate our life because we're giving. And this isn't a message to be selfish. It isn't a message to be self-centered. This is a message to be more self-aware. Because some of us, we are carrying responsibilities. Oh, man. Some of us, we are carrying responsibilities that aren't ours to carry. And I don't know if you feel me with this. Maybe light up the emojis on the right side of the screen. Light up the hearts. Some of us in this live right now, we are literally carrying so many responsibilities that aren't meant for us to carry. Some of us, we feel so obligated to be somebody's solution to their problems. We feel so obligated to solve everything for everybody. Listen, I'm not telling you, and I want to reiterate this, and I'm going to stop mentioning this, but I want to reiterate this so you don't take this message out of context. There are times in our life where we're placed in places to be the help, when we're placed in places to be the solution, right? There's times, but if you live your whole entire life trying to fix people, you're going to lose yourself. If you live your whole entire life you feel obligated to be the solution to that person's problems or people's problems, you're going to lose yourself. You're going to be drained. And some of us, we have helped people with their problems so much that their problems now become our problems. We've adopted their problems. We've adopted their lack of responsibility. We've adopted their laziness because they don't want to do it. And we feel obligated. Kids, people that we love, people in our life, we feel obligated to do everything for them because we feel guilty as if we are letting them down. And I want to tell you this, my friend, you are not letting them down. I want to give you permission right now. Some of us, we actually ain't doing them service because we're sitting here being the ceiling to their life. What do you mean by that, Trent? I mean that they depend on us so much, they never move into who they need to be. They depend on us so much, they never grow into the person they were meant to be because they're always dependent on us instead of depending on God and themselves. So a lot of us, we become the ceiling because we don't want to let people go. We don't want to let people free. We don't want to let people fail. We don't want to let people figure it out. And some of us, we need to make that decision right now and say, you know what? I've tried. You know what? I'm not meant to save this person. You know what? I'm not meant to fix this situation. I am meant to help when I can. I am meant to pray for them. But at some point, I have to be able to let them go and let them be free. For some of you, you have been somebody's 2 a.m., right? You're always there listening to their problems, listening to their situation. And when you give them advice, advice to their situation, they don't listen, right? And so you give them advice. They ask for your advice. You give them advice and they don't take your advice. And yet they still stay stuck in the same situations and you're suffering from it. I'm not saying turn your back, but a lot of us, we think that setting boundaries means that we turn our back. No. Some of us in this live right now, you need to have more fear of letting yourself down than letting other people down. Because your fear of letting people down, I've been here, have a responsibility OCD. My fear of letting somebody else down literally led to my depression, led to me feeling empty, led to me feeling drained. And I let myself down because I'm sitting here trying to fix everything and solve everything. I'm going to share something I shared in my podcast that's very personal. And I hesitated on sharing this on Facebook because who knows who's watching this on Facebook. But I'm going to share something that's very personal because I care about y'all. Is that okay? Can we live in a non-judgment zone tonight for me? I want to share something with y'all. Just say yes if that's okay with you. Because I want to be transparent. I want to be real. But before I share, I just want you to think about your life and ask yourself, man, like, am I literally losing myself to save someone else? Right? And I know there's times when we are meant to be the lifeguard. We are meant to be the buoy for somebody. I get that. Don't take this out of context. But some of us literally, we feel responsible for people's life that ain't ours. We feel responsible for somebody else's marriage that we have nothing to do with. We feel responsible for somebody else's lack of commitment that's not ours, and we feel responsible for it. So this person doesn't want to do their part. Listen, I live by this quote, and it might sound cold-hearted, but it's real. If you are capable to walk by my side, I am not going to carry you on my back. And some of us, we're doing the exact opposite. We are carrying people in situations on our back, making us weaker, making us have resentment, right? Because I'm going to tell you something. When you do something for people consistently that you really aren't meant to do, and they don't appreciate you for doing that, you know what happens? Your good heart starts to turn into a resentment heart. You start to resent these people subconsciously. Even if you don't know it, you start to resent these people. And really, it's your fault because you keep giving yourself to a situation that's not really appreciating you. And I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. So for some of us, we got to make the decision tonight, right now, to say, you know what? I am going to put myself first, not in a selfish way, but in a self-care way. Because if I don't, I'm going to keep feeling depleted. If I don't, I'm going to keep feeling stressed. If I don't, I'm going to keep feeling empty. I'm going to keep feeling drained. And that is not a way to live your life, my friend. It's not a way to live your life. And it doesn't take away from your greatness. It doesn't take away from your servant heart. It doesn't take away. Don't let people put that on you neither, by the way. Because when you tell somebody no, they try to make you feel guilty as if you did them wrong, as if you switched up on them, as if they forgot they got amnesia to everything that you have done, everything that you've done for them, everything you sacrifice. It happens like that. People get amnesia. When they don't get their way on something, they start to get amnesia and forget everything that you sacrificed, everything that you did. You cannot feel guilty anymore. Like, this is the night where we leave that alone. We leave that in our past because we got a peace that we need to protect. We got a life that we need to live. Like, their life isn't meant for you to live. It's meant for them to live. But you're trying to live their life. You're trying to do everything for their life and you're forgetting to live your own. How is that working out? And you feel empty for the things that matter. You have no energy for the people that deserve your energy. You're taking care of everybody else and your kids can't even benefit from you because you don't have no energy for them. Your family, the people who truly love you and appreciate you, you have no energy for them because you're trying to be everything to everybody. Write this in the chat right now. Everybody, every single person that's hearing my voice right now, write this in the chat for me. I want you to take this pledge and I want you to make this agreement with yourself. I am no longer going to live my life. I am no longer going to live my life trying to be everything to everybody. I want you to make that agreement right now with yourself in this chat. I am no longer, you can paraphrase it how you want. I am no longer going to live my life trying to be everything to everybody. If you want a depression recipe, there you go. Trying to be everything to everybody. If you want a stress recipe, there you go. Trying to be everything to everybody. If you want to hate your life recipe, there you go. because you're trying to be everything to everybody. Instead, this is what I want you to do. I want you to be everything to the somebody. Whew, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I want you to be everything to the somebody that needs you, right? I want you to be everything to the somebody that needs you. And that person is yourself, right? You're the person that needs you to be everything to. But yet you're being less to yourself and you're being more to everybody else consistently. I understand that we go through moments where we have to sacrifice. We go through moments where we put ourselves last. I get that. But that's not a lifestyle. That's a moment. Some of you have made that a lifestyle of putting yourself last. Some of you have made that a lifestyle of ignoring your own worth. Some of you have made that a lifestyle of taking care of everybody else except yourself. And the truth is, why I'm so passionate about this, because I see suicide in people because they did so much for other people and they never gave anything to themselves. Why am I so passionate about this? Because I know when you put everybody else first and you put yourself last, I know what's coming in your future. Depression, stress, anxiety, you fill in the blank. So you got to make a decision. I know it's hard. I know it's easier said than done. But tonight is the night that you make the decision where you say, you know what? I'm going to be everything to the somebody who really needs me. And that's myself. And this is not no self-centered message, y'all. Don't let people make you feel like that. This is a real message because some of us, again, we feel responsible for everything. So I said I was going to share something with you that's very personal. And I've never shared this. I shared this on the podcast. Matter of fact, if you want to dive deeper on this, just type podcast. Listen to the Trent Shelton Podcast. I talk about this on a deeper level. Plus, you should be listening to it anyway because I go hard on the Trent Shelton Podcast. But I hesitate about talking about this because it's something that's very personal in my life. But I'm going to use this as an example because I'm not on this Facebook. I sound like an old person by saying I'm not on the Facebook. I'm not on Facebook to impress you. I'm not on Facebook to make you think highly of me. I'm on Facebook literally to help live the mission that's been put in my heart. And sometimes living the mission means that I got to be super transparent about my life and about my own struggles. And I struggle with responsibility OCD. I do. With you guys, with everybody around my life, I feel responsible, right? It's hard because I know if I stop, a lot of things stop. And I know you might feel like that. And let me just speak to you for a moment. Because if you're like me, you feel like, man, if I stop, Trent, everything stops. Right? If I stop taking care of everybody, everything stops. If I'm no longer, trying to fix everything, then it's just more chaos around my life, Trent. I know how you feel because I'm in that position in my life where I'm the go-to person. And I honor that, by the way. It's a privilege. I'm not complaining about it. I'm glad God put me in a position to be able to be the go-to person for some of you, for people around my life. And I'm not complaining one bit. But I do have to understand that, man, if you keep wearing this heavy weight, see, let me break this down for you. And don't let me forget about my story. I'm going to tell it. Let me break this down for you. And please share this right now, y'all. Let's get the energy up, man. I need y'all's energy. I need to know that you're here. I need to know that you're present. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you for being here, your time and your attention. Even though I can't see you, the chat is my way of feeling you. The chat is my way of feeling your energy, right? So keep lighting up that chat. Keep sharing these messages, okay? But I want to say this because I think it's very important. I do believe that we are assigned weight, right? Maybe the weight is, you're the leader of your household. Maybe the weight is you're the leader of your company. Maybe the weight is you're the one, right? You're the one. And you can fill in the blank what that means for you, but you're the one. You're the person that people go to. And I do believe that's a beautiful weight. I do believe that's a weight that when God has called us to be something, that's a weight that we're meant to lift, right? Because we can handle that weight. It's there to make us stronger. But I do believe that there's also a necessary weight that we put on our life that we're not meant to carry that's making us weaker. And so you got to make a decision tonight. You got to spend some time tonight when we get off this live, and you got to really reassess your life and understand and think about, man, what unnecessary weight am I carrying? And I would like to say a necessary weight is people who are taking advantage of you, people who don't want to do their part, right? People who only call you when they need something from you, right? People who only take from your life, right? When you know somebody's capable to do, but they're relying on you, I believe that's unnecessary weight, right? There's times where we got to carry a weight because we got to help someone because they can't help themselves. And so we got to have the freedom to be able to carry certain weight. But when we're carrying too much weight, what happens? What happens? Tell me, chat, what happens? We get drained. We get tired, right? We end up not having any energy for the things that matter. We end up hating life. And that's why I always tell people, like, your good heart can lead you to a place, if you're not careful, to hate your life. Because you do all these deeds. You see it in pastors. You see it in leaders. They do everything for everybody, and nobody takes care of them. You see it in mothers and fathers and people in position. They do everything for everybody, but nobody looks out for them. And they carry all this weight until they can't carry it no more. And they hit a rock bottom in their life. So I want to ask you, my friend, what weight is making you weaker? What weight is not meant for you to carry no more? And I understand the pressure where you feel like you can't rest, you feel like you can't take a break because everything depends on you. And some of you are in that place where everything depends on you. Mom, dad, leader, entrepreneur. And if you stop, it's like, man, I can't, Trent, because when I stop, everything fails. Hey, I know that responsibility far too well. There's a lot of people who depend on me showing up. But what I realize, if I don't take time to reset and reconnect and drop the unnecessary weight, there's going to come a time where I can't show up. And I'm going to let them down anyway. I said I was going to share something that was very personal, and I'm going to share this. As you guys know, my mother passed away in 2021, right about 3 years ago. And I said something to her because I felt it was the honorable thing to say. I felt that it made me flap my cape in the wind. And to be real with you, it was probably a little bit of ego. And a lot of times we think ego is just some bravado thing. But also ego is you saying, I'm going to handle this. I'm going to fix this. It's on me when it's not your responsibility. Because the truth is, a lot of us in this life, why we do things like that is because we want to feel needed. And as long as we feel needed, we feel like we have value. So that's why we keep doing, even though we don't have it in us. That's why we keep losing ourselves to make other people happy. Because that feeling of being needed soothes our ego. It makes us feel like we have something special. Right? So I want to present this idea to you. Let me tell my story first. And I hope you guys still with me tonight? Let me know. Fire up the chat, hit the thumbs up, the emojis. I see all the faces. Thanks for the stars. Like, I want to make sure I'm still present with you guys. And give me about 30 minutes of your time, y'all. I want to be here with y'all tonight. I want to be here because I think this message is something that's very important. I think it's not spoken about enough. I don't think it's talked about enough. And I'm glad I have the honor to speak on stages about this, go across the world, and bring people back home, man. That's what I want to bring you back home to your peace. You know, those words right there changed my life. It gave me permission to take care of me. It gave me permission to disconnect from the pool of other people and not feel guilty for it. Like one of the things I'm going to get to my story in a minute. I had a question today on a podcast interview, and I want to share this with you because I think it'll serve you. I think it can help your life. So this person asked me on their podcast because they were like, man, Trent, I admire how you are so, it's like, I know this is true because people have told me this about you. How you don't feel guilty or you don't feel like you have to please everybody and answer every phone call and say yes and take every opportunity. And he asked me this question. He said, you know, are you ever afraid that protecting your peace will make you miss out on the opportunities that can further your life? He said, you know, what if it's a speaking opportunity? What if it's, you know, something that, you know, somebody has for you and you're in your moment of protecting your peace? He said, are you afraid of missing the opportunities? And I told him, I said, yes, at one point I was. But when I really realized the lifestyle of protect your peace and I really realized what it did for me, I'm no longer afraid of missing opportunities. I'm more afraid of missing moments that truly matter to me. I'm more afraid of missing moments with my family. I'm more afraid of missing moments with you guys. I'm more afraid of missing moments that fulfill my soul. That's what I'm more afraid of. And so when I disconnect, when I choose myself, when I choose my peace, when I prioritize the things in my life that matter, do I miss out on things? Absolutely. I miss out on a lot, but I also gain a lot. I miss out on things that probably would shift this and shift that, and who knows, could change my career, could change my life, but I'm okay because I would rather miss out on something that might seem good and look good, but becomes detrimental to my life where I don't love my life. I've been there. Can I be real with y'all tonight? I've been there in 2016. Some of y'all know this. If you read my book, you know the story. I've been there where I'm saying yes to everything. My life is buzzing. The vibe of Trent Shelton is big. I'm going viral everywhere. Like the videos, everybody wants me. Everybody wants to bring me in. Everybody this and this. So I'm saying yes, 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 because I don't want to miss the moment. See, some of us, we're so afraid, man, to miss the moment that we miss moments that matter. Right? We are so afraid to miss the window of opportunity. Listen, I don't want you to take this out of context because yes, there are some things that we need to take advantage of when it's there, right? Because sometimes things don't come back around, but you have to be able to know in your soul what matters most. So for me in 2016, I was saying yes to everything, everything. 32 city tour. Some of y'all were there under his influence. If you were there, you're about to realize what I was going through during the tour. And I was saying yes to everything. And I'm not going to get full into this story because some of y'all read the book. And if you haven't read the book, I want you to read the book, Protect Your Peace. Go get it on Amazon. Go to TrentShelton.com. And I was realizing that I was gaining all these things externally, right? And it was great, right? My finances was growing. My success was growing. The business was growing. The speaking was growing, right? I'm on the biggest stage in the world and people are starting to bring me here and there and I'm getting everything that I was working for. But I was ignoring the pace of my life. I was ignoring what I needed inside of my soul because my life was saying, bro, slow down. This is not a pace that you want to run at. This is not a pace that you're ready for. You got to slow down. But I was so afraid and I had FOMO. I was so afraid of missing out on the moment, missing out on the opportunity. So I kept saying yes when my soul was saying no. I kept going when my soul was saying stop. I kept pressing play on everything when my soul was saying pause. And what happened in San Francisco, I had an encounter that changed everything because I broke down. I hit my breaking point. Because I was carrying so much weight. I was taking care of everybody. I was doing things for people that I shouldn't have been doing things for. I was carrying people on my back that was capable to walk by my side. I was keeping people in my life that should have been deleted and fired. I'm just keeping it real with you. And I was keeping all these things around me. And it got to a point where I couldn't carry the weight no more. And I broke down. And it was in that moment where these words became a lifestyle for me. It was in that moment where I said, no matter what, I don't care if the president calls me. No matter, I don't care who it is. If I'm in my moment of protecting my peace, I am loyal to that. Some people might not get it. They might not agree with it. They might say, hey, man, you don't respond to me in a certain amount of times. I know my heart. I know how much I care, but I know what I need. I know what I need. I want to just say this. People that truly care about you and care about your well-being, they're going to respect your yes to yourself every single time. They're going to respect your yes to yourself. And if your yes to yourself means a no to them, they're okay with it because they want to see that you be the best you. They don't want to see you drained. They want to see you fulfilled. They don't want to see you in pain. They don't want to see you broken down. They want to see you lifted up. They want to lift you up. So people who truly care about you, yes, they might need your yes. But they know that your yes to yourself is more important than the yes to them. People who truly care about you. So I want you to understand that. So stop feeling guilty for saying no and people getting upset with you for saying no. Those are not your people. I'm just going to tell you right now, those are not your people. If a no changes the relationship, if a no changes how somebody feels about you, when they know who you are, when they know what you've done for them, when they know how you showed up for them, when they know what you give to the world, when they know what everything you have going on in your life and you're dealing with, when they see your life and they take a no offensive, then those ain't your people. I'm going to just stand on that and say that. It's not your people. So don't be afraid to tell somebody no. Don't be afraid to set boundaries. Again, you don't need to change your good heart. You just need to set some boundaries in your life. So the promise that I made, the conversation I had with my mother, when my mother passed away on her last breaths, nobody knows this because it was me and her. It was really a silent conversation that I had with her. And she was struggling. And I don't want to get too in depth because I want to break down on her crying. But she was struggling in her last days. And I felt that, and I could be totally wrong with this, by the way, but I felt in my spirit like she just wanted to make sure everybody was going to be okay. I know my mom, right? She wanted to make sure that everything was going to be okay. So what did I do? I said, Mom, you can rest now. I got everything. I got everybody. I got everything. Don't worry about it. Like if something happens to anybody, I got it. I'm going to take care of it. I'm in position financially. I'm in position just in my life where I got everybody. Don't trip. You know what I mean? I'm going to be there for everybody. And that was the promise that I made to her. And see, the reason I share this because some of us, we made a promise that is not good for our peace. We made a promise that literally is the driving force to us draining our life. We did it out of great intentions. We thought it was something good, but really it's not good because we're not meant to be the everything for everybody. But that's what I signed up to be when my mother passed. And so for the next year or two, I literally was trying to make sure everybody was okay, right? Everybody. And some people don't even know this, like everybody, not even just my family, but just everybody. Like it became my identity to make sure everybody was good, right? To put myself last at times, to put what I was going through, to not deal with what I was going through and said, I got to make sure everybody's straight. You know, so I was helping people that didn't want to help themselves. You know, I was staying up at night worrying about people that probably didn't want to change anything with their life. You know, I was being available all the time. Like, and I was doing this because it wasn't, I want to be clear, not just my immediate family. Like that was not even my immediate family, but just everything around my life. I adopted this identity that I am the fixer. I am the problem solver. I got to take it on. Like, if not me, then who? Who else going to do it? It got to be me. And to be totally transparent with you, y'all, like, it was breaking down my life. And I felt so bad, man. Telling my mom, like, I can't do it no more. Like, I can't try to fix this and change this and help this and do this and be this to everybody. I just can't. And I felt like a failure. I felt like I was letting my mom down. And I felt her spirit say to me, and she made me really understand who she was even more. And I forgot, I'm assuming, because I know my mom. But her spirit spoke to my soul and said, baby boy, that's not your job. You're not meant to be on this earth to be God. That's God's job. You're not God. You know, you have a good heart and you help people and you're called to reach people. Cool, do that. But you aren't God, son. And when I started to think about how my mother lived her life, like she was one of the greatest helpers in this world, but she wouldn't be misused. She would do anything for everybody, but she wouldn't be misused. And it was like I felt this sense of relief to say, man, I got to let go of this responsibility because this responsibility isn't mine to carry. These problems aren't mine to solve, right? These lives aren't mine to save. These financial burdens aren't mine to fix. And I let go of the responsibility. And my soul, my life automatically became lighter. Some of you watching this right now, my friend, your soul is heavy because you're carrying the responsibility of so many things that you aren't meant to carry. And day by day, you're breaking down. Day by day, you're losing yourself. Day by day, you're draining your life. And so I want to give you the permission, not that you need it from me, but maybe you do. Maybe it helps you. I want to give you the permission to let it go. I want you to let go of all the responsibilities that don't serve your life. I want you to let it go. And I know you're a mom, and you got kids, and everybody depends on you. But how's that been working out when you haven't been taking care of you? Gaining weight, stressed out, depressed. I know you're a dad where you feel like, man, if so much responsibility falls on you, you're losing sleep. And I understand the sacrifice. We all got to make it. But how's that working out? You know, it's okay to tell people, hey, man, I need you to show up this way in your life so I can show up for myself. I need you to take care of this. I need you to handle your own business so I can take care of me. It's okay to have that conversation with people. Because suffering in silence is not a badge of honor. It's not something honorable. You know, I've heard people say, I can handle a lot, as if that's something that we should set out to achieve. As if that's something that identifies and symbolizes our strength. I can handle a lot. I can take on a lot. I want you to let go of a lot. Because there's some things in your life that aren't yours to carry, my friend. And handling a lot and taking on a lot is not a signal of strength. It's oftentimes a signal of ego. Because over time, that a lot turns into depression. That a lot turns into you hating your life. That a lot turns to you becoming a shell of yourself. So what can you let go of? When it feels like life is getting a lot, what I want you to do, instead of adding on more to your shoulders, instead of adding on more to your life that's weighing you down, I want you to pause. I did this past weekend. Some of you know I was at the Protect Your Peace Cabin. Go on Instagram, by the way, and follow at Protect Your Peace Cabin, or go follow my last post, because you guys should stay there. It's incredible. And I mean, I'll give you a super discount for staying there to protect your peace. So make sure you hit us up at Protect Your Peace Cabin. Just go to my Instagram at TrentShelton. You'll see my last post. But I had to go there because that's my sanctuary of peace. I had to go there to reflect, reset, and reconnect. I had to go there. And I had to really identify what I need to let go of, because life was becoming a lot for me. I'm in the middle of a book launch. I'm in the middle of still having to be all these things to everybody. And listen, again, I love that I'm in position. Like, I would rather be me than somebody else. But life was becoming a lot for me. And I've identified in my life when I feel that. So I protect my peace and I disconnect. I reset. I live my life on do not disturb, my soul on do not disturb. I don't care who it is. It's do not disturb, because Trent needs his time. I need me time. I need to be able to cleanse. I need to be able to replenish. I need to be able to refresh my mind, refresh my soul, renew my mind. I need to be able to refocus. I need to be able to disconnect, all these things. And this weekend, life was becoming a lot. So I made an intentional purpose to be able to go to a place where I can just let it go. That's what I want you to get to. Because when you're in position, a lot is going to be expected of you. A lot is going to be demanded of you. A lot is going to be put on you. And there's times where you're meant to carry it. There's times where you can handle it. But there's times where you need to say, you know what? I got to let this go. I feel too much on my life. And you have to not feel guilty for doing that. And I want to ask you this question. Why do you feel guilty? Why do you feel guilty? Do you feel like you're letting someone down? You guys have already told me this. Or I've already told you guys this a lot this year. Like, the goal of your life this year shouldn't be like you shouldn't have a fear of letting people down no more. And don't take this out of context. You don't want to let people down in a negative way. What I mean, like, you don't want to let somebody down that's depending on you, that you gave a promise to, whatever. Like, I'm not talking about that. But some of us, we have a fear of letting people down. So if you canceling plans because you need to say yes to yourself is letting someone down, so be it, right? If you no longer being in a certain environment because you need to figure some things out in your life is letting people down, so be it. If you no longer accept and disrespecting your life, or you being a part of that situation that's toxic is letting someone down, let them down. It's okay. But some of us, we have a fear of letting people down where all we do is now we let ourselves down. I want you to change that fear. I want you to redirect that fear to yourself. A lot of us, we have a fear that's directed towards somebody else. I fear letting them down. I want you to redirect that fear, turn around, turn it around, point it at you, and develop a healthy fear of letting yourself down. Letting yourself down, right, looks like staying in a situation that sucks, that's toxic, that's no good for your life, but you stand in it because you feel guilty for leaving it. Letting yourself down is continuing to say yes to a person that ain't doing nothing for their life, nothing with their life, that you're enabling them, being a ceiling. Letting yourself down is continuing to say, yes, I got you. I'll keep showing up for you. I'm there, even though you know you shouldn't, even though you know it's not helping them. Okay, I'll fix it. Yep, you can call me anytime. Even though I can't call you anytime, you can call me anytime. I'm always available for you 24/7, 365. The access is never denied. I'm here for you. Anytime you're going to come knocking, I'm going to come open my soul, open my life, open my attention, open my energy to you. You're going to keep on doing that. That's letting yourself down. And so you need to have a healthy fear of letting you down. And in this year, that needs to be your fear of letting yourself down with the things that you know are put in place in your life, letting your peace down. Let's just leave it at that. Have a fear of letting your peace down. You know, there's some things in your life, I'm going to just be real, man. Can I be real with y'all tonight? Y'all still here with me? Let me know, man. Light up the chat. If y'all still here with me, let me know. What up, Amber? What up, Roxy? What up, Angela? Let me know. Nicole said, grr, nailed it. That's right. I feel bad because I've always had to be the one. I get it, see? So now I'm learning this people-pleasing mentality. Yeah, so exactly. A lot of us, we feel bad because we always feel like we're the one. If nobody's going to do it, who else going to do it? Right? We feel like if it ain't me, who else is it going to be? I get it. But it's a form of people-pleasing. If you get Protect Your Peace, the book, you know we talk about that in there. We know we talk about the importance of setting boundaries in this book, right? People-pleasing. Make sure you get it. Protect Your Peace. But I want to say this, and I want to present these ideas to you. Take what you need, leave what you don't. I don't have all the answers to life. Everything I say might not be for you in this season of life. Please do your own research on your soul and figure out what you need. I was just on my computer earlier, and they had an upload, right? They had an upload on my MacBook. And the upload had terms, right? So if you want to upload your system, these are the terms. So I had to read the terms, and I had to agree to the terms to be able to experience the upload. And if you look at things in your life, whether it's signing for a house or going to get a car or whatever, there are terms that you have to agree to be able to take part and partake in that thing. To be able to have that thing, you have to be able to sign your name and agree to the terms, right? And when things are being upgraded, when things are being changed, oftentimes the previous terms are outdated for the upgrade. With our life, with your life, you have upgraded your life this year, right? You are in a different place this year because we've been locked in. You're in a different focus this year. You're in a different mentality this year. You're in a different mission this year. You're in a different intention this year. You have a different vision this year. And I love it. But the problem with some of us, and why we're not experiencing the new, is because we have some things that are old that's still in our life. We got some old terms. We got some old people. We got some old habits. We got some old environments that are still a part of our new. And you're allowing them to operate on the old terms. And they're partaking in the update of your life by being on old terms, by disrespecting your boundaries, by taking advantage of your life, you name it. And you are allowing that to happen, my friend. This is what I need you to do. Everybody in the chat, write terms updated for me. Everybody comment right now, terms updated. This is the year where they watch me live my best life. That's right, Michelle. Absolutely right. Terms updated. Right now, tonight, you're going to make a decision, okay? Of course, with your permission. You're going to make a decision and say, you know what? I'm going to update the terms in my life. How I used to be operating, like what I used to accept. I know I used to be there for you all the time. I know I used to be afraid to let you down. I know I used to, want to save you and fix you and do everything for you. Listen, my heart is still good. And I'm going to still be a giver. I'm going to still be a person that helps you. I'm going to still be a person, but I got to change the terms, right? Where I'm going, I'm living this lifestyle to protect my peace. So I got to change the terms. I'm updating my life. I'm upgrading my life. So my terms got to be upgraded. So if you want to be a part of that, if you want to still have my presence, you want to still have my energy, my time, and my attention like you used to, you got to agree to these terms. This is my life. And some of us, we feel guilty for setting those terms, for setting those boundaries. What are the terms, your boundaries? What are the terms, your standards? What are the terms, your principles? We feel guilty for sticking to the things that are meant to protect our life, that are meant to protect our energy, that are meant to protect our soul, that's meant to protect our mind. We feel guilty for sticking to those things. But not anymore. Not anymore. We're not going to live on outdated terms. No more. Terms updated. I see you, Laura. I see you, Christine. I see you, Clarence. I see you, Julie. I see y'all in the chat. I see you. Who else in here? I see you, Jen. I see you, Tina. I see you, Brenda. Right? Terms updated. And you don't have to feel guilty for that. It's not like you're becoming some rude person, some cold person. You're still you. You're becoming a better person. Because when you learn how to protect these things and redirect certain things in your life is just going to become better. And I believe this is true. When you become better, you become more beneficial to those around you. A better you makes a better environment, makes a better friendship, makes a better relationship, makes a better parenthood when you become a better you. So why wouldn't you want to experience that with your life? So tonight is the night that you stop feeling guilty for choosing yourself, for letting people down, for no longer feeling the need and the pull to carry responsibilities that are not yours. And as a person that struggles with responsibility OCD, type podcast so we can go more in deep on this. You can listen to it. It's uploaded right now, the Trent Shelton Podcast. Go listen. Go digest it. Put it on your ears tonight so this can really sink in. But as a person that struggles with responsibility OCD, you got to be able to put the things that we talked about in place that can truly help your life. Because you deserve it, my friend. You deserve it. And if you don't, I'm going to tell you what's in your near future. And I'm just going to be straight up with you. Burnout. I'm going to tell you what's in your near future. Loss of passion for life. When you wake up, you might say, Trent, how can I identify that I'm in this place? I'll tell you one main reason. When you wake up and you don't feel like life is worth even living, or you feel like life is, if you wake up with oh man, I woke up, God, I got to do the same thing today. It's probably because you carrying some stuff that you ain't meant to carry no more. You know what I mean? It's probably some stuff that you are not meant to carry anymore. Don't fall for the fake profiles. Y'all have to address that. But all these fake profiles tell you, hit you up and inbox you. If it's not my profile on this with the blue check, then you know it's not me, right? If I don't have the red little sign that shows I'm live, me reading the book, that's not me. Don't fall for those fake profiles. But If you're waking up every single day, man, and you just feel heavy, like not weight-wise, but you just feel heavy soul-wise. You just feel heavy. And I felt this many times. I felt this last week. So I said, hey, man, I need to be able to say no to a lot of things and be able to say yes to myself and yes to the things that matter. It's showing you that you are carrying a necessary weight and you've been carrying it for far too long. You should wake up with a peace in your life, not a prison. You shouldn't feel like life is prison. You shouldn't feel like life is pointless. You shouldn't feel powerless. You should wake up and feel purposeful. And you're going to have your days where you wake up and you still feel tired, right? We're humans. But you should wake up with peace, power, and purpose. Because you're living the mission that's been placed upon your life. But don't allow the mission, don't allow the position, don't allow the titles to become your burden. Like, I know you're in these positions for certain reasons. I know you have these positions that you can't run from or that you can't abandon. And I'm not telling you to do that. But I want you to be better in those positions. I want you to be more in those positions. I want you to enjoy and find the honor in those positions that you have in life. So if you're the go-to person, that's something that's honorable. Like, people depend on you. People believe in you. It's honorable. I love that you guys are here with me. I love it. But if I don't take care of me, if I don't say, hey, man, I know you inboxed me and told me that I didn't respond to your message, so I must not care about you. I know you feel like I got to respond. I know you might be in the chat saying, Trent, I need help, and you didn't get to me, and you don't care about me. I understand that. And I know some people have written those things to me. But if I feel the need to continue to always be everything for even you guys, and it hurts me to say this, then this becomes a burden to me. This becomes tough for me. This becomes hard because now I got to be everything to millions of people across the world that pull on me, that want something from me, that want my attention, that want this, that want that. And I understand the position, and I'm honored by it. But if I don't set boundaries, even with y'all, then guess what happens? This that we have so much fun with, that we connect so deeply with, this rehab time, the mission, becomes a burden. And it becomes heavy. So I've given myself permission over the years to serve freely, to not feel responsible to fix everybody, to not feel responsible to respond to everybody. And some people might not like it. Some people press unfollow. Some people will tell people, man, Trent ain't who he say he is, because I hit him up, and I don't realize he has millions of people hitting him up every single day. I don't realize he has thousands of people, but he didn't respond to me, so he's not who he says he is. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with letting you down. If letting you down means that I said yes to myself, that I said yes to my offline life, I'm okay with that. And that's something that's allowed me to be consistent over these 15 years. That's something that has allowed me to have longevity over these years. So when those messages come to me, it still hurts a little bit, because I know how much I serve. I know how much I care. I don't know too many people in the world that's in my position that has this many people across the world that shows up every night almost for y'all, that shows up every day on text, right? That connects with y'all in such a special way. If you ever been to one of my events, you know, I don't pull any Hollywood crap. I'm with my arm around you. What's up? Good to see you. I saw you in my live all the time because I pay attention. I see Paula, I see Amanda, and I see these same names pop up, and I see you in person at times. And so I can't lose myself to this. And I'm sharing this because this is a real situation. This is a real moment for y'all. Like, I want to share something that's real. I don't want to just talk about some ideas. I want to share reality. I don't want to lose myself because I've been there before. I understand that people don't understand what I probably go through on an everyday basis. I know some of you just see me as strength. You see me as courage. You see me as, man, this dude shows up all the time for everybody. But if you look beneath the surface, you got to ask yourself, man, where did these things come from? What does Trent deal with? Who's there for him? And I'm not saying these things for sympathy. I'm saying these things because I'm not afraid to step away. I'm not afraid to be like, I ain't going live this week. I'm not afraid to say, you know what? I don't have the energy for it. I'm not afraid to look at my inbox and say, man, I really want to respond to everybody, but I just can't today. I'm not afraid of that anymore. And I used to be. I used to be so afraid of letting people down until I realized that even when I didn't let people down, I still let people down. I realized that in my journey. And this thing that God blessed me with, this opportunity, all these people across the world, for some reason, that follow me, that watch my stuff, that share my stuff, buy the books and everything. I don't even know why at times y'all do it, but I appreciate it. But this beautiful thing that God has given me that saved my life. Rehab Time saved my life. Facts. It saved my life. It came to a point in 2016 where it was almost taking my life. And as we end tonight, I'm going to share something that I think is very deep that I want to share. And I hope you guys receive this right. And I hope you guys understand the perspective. Thank you, Miss Cordino. I appreciate you for getting the book, and I'm glad that it's helping you. But I want to share something as we wrap up tonight. You know, I was having a conversation today, and I was telling the person that I stayed up late last night. I didn't sleep well because some people call it empath. I don't know if that's the right term. Like, I'm a person that just feels deeply. Some people say because I'm a Virgo, I don't know about all that. But I'm just a person that, like, I really feel, man. And I wish sometimes I can turn that switch off. I wish sometimes I wouldn't have such a, like, there's times I wish, you know what I mean? Like, my greatest strength is like my kryptonite too. Like, I wish I could not feel so much. But a young man had passed away, a football player. I actually know him. I don't know him in person, but I do know who he is. And when athletes pass away, people in general for sure, but athletes, it really hits me different. Me being a former athlete. And the headline was, and I don't know the situation, but I do know other situations. But the headline read, "Dead in Mansion." Found dead in mansion. And I started thinking about all the headlines, man, that I've read that before. The people who we think have everything. Michael Jackson of the world, found dead in mansion. And the list goes on with people, found dead in mansion. And it really hit my soul because they have everything. But at some point, that everything became too heavy. And maybe it was the expectations of everybody else. Maybe it was trying to please perceptions. Maybe it was the pool. Maybe it was the, man, no matter what I do, I can't seem to, I don't know what it is for certain people. But that headline bothered me. And I think about this in a deeper context, not necessarily mansion as being a house. But if you replace mansion and take mansion as like the thing that makes you feel alive, the thing that is your everything, the thing that is what you love. And there was a time for me, and I'm being transparent with y'all, where Rehab Time like was my mansion, right? It was the everything, and it still is the everything for me. But I didn't want the everything to kill me. I didn't want the everything to bring me to a place where I felt like life wasn't worth living no more. And there's so many of us on this live tonight. I get emotional talking about this, man, because you guys know why I started Rehab Time. Most of you do, and you know what this means to me. And this is not just some motivational lie. I don't come on here to impress you with motivational words. I come on here really to impact somebody's life because I know there's somebody on the other side of the screen right now that's feeling this more than ever. And if it's you, just comment yes or don't comment nothing. I already know it's somebody out there that's feeling this. And this is why I'm on here for you. Because I feel the tug in my soul to talk about this. Something that's so personal. Something that I really wouldn't open up about. But so many of us, we have our mansion, whatever that is. The beautiful thing in our life, the thing that we love, the thing that we cherish, but at some point that thing becomes too heavy. And we feel the need to no longer be here. That's why these words are important, my friend. I don't want to hear about you being dead in your mansion. I don't want the thing that was supposed to be your biggest blessing turn into a burden that kills you. So I just want to give you permission tonight. Not that you need it, but just to be your support. I want to give you permission to stop being everything to everybody. Please write that in the chat. Put number 1, stop being everything to everybody. And by our conversations tonight, you know exactly what I mean. I'm not telling you to abandon your titles and your responsibilities, but I think we have a great idea what that means. So I need everybody right now so I can remember this. Number 1, I want you to write, stop being everything to everybody. Number 2, I want to give you permission to pause when you need it. And what I mean by that, my friend, if you need to take a break, take one. If you need to remove yourself from a situation or from a responsibility, and if you can, because I understand some things we can't, do it. It's okay. Because I don't want you to keep pressing play and you press play into your depression. I want you to pause. So that's number 2. And last but not least, number 3, I want to give you permission to let it go. Whatever that is. If it's the idea of pleasing people's perceptions, let it go. If it's the idea of letting people down, let it go. If it's the idea of losing yourself to make sure everybody else is straight, let it go. Because, nah, I ain't gonna go there tonight. Let it go. And as a bonus, I want to give you permission to be who you need to be for you in this season. So I need somebody to write this down, share it on my Instagram, those 4 things. So I want to share it out. But last but not least, I want you to give yourself permission to be who you need to be. Not who they need you to be, not who they want you to be, not cave to the pressure they put on you to be something. It happens a lot on social media. There's so many people that want me to be something, want me to be who they need me to be. And sometimes I'm that person, by default. Tonight, maybe I'm who you needed me to be for you tonight. And I'm great. I honor that because it's so dope because I'm just being who I am, who I needed to be tonight. And sometimes that synergy and that centeredness connects and matches. But I want you to give yourself permission. I want to give you permission to give yourself permission to be who you need you to be in this season of your life. Some people might not get it, right? They might not agree with it. They might not understand it. They might feel a certain type of way. I would rather somebody feel a certain type of way than for me to live a certain type of way. I would rather them feel a certain type of way than me live in misery, me live in tiredness, me live in lack of fulfillment. I want you to be who you need to be. And I want to ask you that right now because I'm curious. Who do you need to be in this season of your life? Hopefully you got some notes, you can write this down, but I'm just curious. Who do you need to be for yourself? Do you need to be more intentional, more purposeful, more disconnected? Like, who do you need to be for yourself? More caring, right? Some people say my soft girl era, right? You know what I mean? Like, who do you need to be for yourself in this season? I'm allowing myself to be me regardless. I'm no longer living my life trying to be everything to everybody. Thank you, Trent. I wish I could give you a big hug, man. Your love and your support is my hugs. You stay the way you are. You're awesome. You taught me a lot. I've grown over the last 11 years. That's priceless. Wow. Thank you, Heather. I really appreciate you. Just me. I love that. Right? And you're enough. Right? You're enough. Thank you, Miranda, for the stars. Sarah says, confident, patient, give myself grace. Yeah. Right? And sometimes that confidence and patience might not be a pace other people appreciate, but you got to appreciate it for yourself. Nee says, set boundaries, right? You need to set boundaries for yourself. I love it. Laura says, be all God created me to be. Just be me. Amber says, I need to be me for me. More me time, disconnect more often. Steph, yes. So we say these things, right? Make it real. If you want to do anything for me, and I would use the word, people say, pay me back for what I've given to you. If I gave anything to you, I want you to put these things into action. At least one. And I think that last one is one that will help you in those other areas of your life. I need to learn personal care for sure. Just look at it this way. And this is what helps me dive more into self-care. I just think about this, and I think about the outcome of things, right? Some of us, we think about the process. We don't think about the outcome. So think about the outcome. By you taking care of you more, by you being who you need you to be, what does that do? What's the outcome of that? The outcome of that, I would suggest, would be you become better, you become more peaceful, you become more patient, your temper isn't short, you know what I mean? Your attitude is right, you know, you're not toxic, you know, you're just at peace with yourself because you're giving yourself what you need. And the outcome of that is that you make the environment around you better, right? You think your kids want you to be short fused all the time, want you to be yelling at them in the morning when they're trying to go to school, and the first thing they hear is you yelling because you impatient, because you ain't taking care of yourself, and now you frustrated with them, and now they go to school frustrated, now they can't learn. You think they want to deal with that? No. So you might have to say no to your kids. Be like, hey, I know you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese, but I need some me time today. I can't do it. I'm going to take this hour, and I'm going to take it for mommy. I'm going to take it for daddy. And they might not understand the immediate decision, but they will appreciate the outcome. You hear me, right? They might not understand the decision, but they will appreciate the outcome. You might not even want to make the decision, but you will appreciate the outcome. So for me, I'm an outcome-driven individual. I think about the outcome. I don't think about necessarily the process. Well, I'm not saying I don't think about the process. I don't necessarily think about the decision. I don't think about as far as like, man, if the what's the word I want to say? The being uncomfortable with making this. I don't think about the being uncomfortable. I don't think about that. I think about the outcome, right? So I don't ever base the action. The action for me is not more powerful than the outcome, if that makes sense. So for me, I think about the outcome. If the action is uncomfortable, if the action is hard to take, okay, cool. I still think about the outcome. And if the outcome is you being better and everybody gets to experience a better you, then I feel like everybody wins. Everybody wins. Your friends win. Your coworkers win. Your team wins. Your kid, everybody wins. When you just do that simple thing of saying, you know what, I'm going to be who I need me to be in this season. And watch everything shift and change in your life because you set the tone for your life, my friend. Right? It all starts with you. Some guy 15 years ago in 2009 long dreads with a red background told y'all it all starts with you. And it's true. It starts with you. It does. It starts with you taking responsibility, taking accountability, taking ownership over your life and saying, you know what? This is my season of I'm going to be who I need me to be. And listen, when you start to get a place of like, it's not even season, maybe it's an hour. Maybe you give yourself, hey, for this 10 minutes, I'm going to be who I need me to be. I'm disconnected. Headphones on. I am vibed out. For this hour, I'm do not disturb mode, right? Y'all know do not disturb mode. My soul is on do not disturb for this hour. It don't always have to be a whole season. For some of us, it needs to be that, but maybe it's an hour. Maybe it's 15 minutes. Maybe it's the morning time. Maybe it's whatever. I'm going to be who I need me to be in this time because I need to give myself this gift, right? You got to give yourself the gift of being who you need you to be. That's a gift that you need to give yourself. Because how can somebody truly appreciate you and love you and respect you if you don't give those things to yourself? And I'm going to tell you this. I talk about this in Protect Your Peace. Make sure you got this book. If you got this book, let people know how incredible it is, how you feel about it, what you learned about it. Make sure you share it. Thank you guys for supporting it. But I talk about this in the book. Like, y'all got to realize this. And I'm going after this. I got to go to sleep. Y'all have to realize this. That even if we don't like people's decision towards us, if we don't like when people tell us no, it doesn't feel good, right? Even as kids, when we got told no, a lot of us, we never healed from our childhood. That's why when somebody tells us no, we get all butthurt. Oh, man, we throw a temper tantrum because as kids, when we get told, I told Marley no this morning. She flipped out, right? But as kids, we are not emotionally mature. And unfortunately, some of us never mature emotionally as we become adults. That's why we get told no and we take it personal and we start flipping out and we whatever. But this is what I want to tell you, and I hope this really helps you. Even if people don't agree with your decision, the respect that they have for you grows. You know why? We admire people who respect their own boundaries. We admire people who actually tell us no. We admire people who are incredible at protecting their peace. We admire people that have restraint, to not have to be a part of everything, to not have to be involved in everything, to say, you know what, bro, I really need this time for myself. We admire people, even if it hurts us to hear it, we admire people who tell it like it is. We admire people who respect their life. We admire that. We do. We really do as human beings because we see courage. So when people don't even agree with it, they respect it because they see courage. And that's what I want you to have. Courage to do and be who you need to be in this season of your life. Right? I'm throwing it at you, right? I'm throwing that courage at you. Boom, throwing it at you. But like I tell you at the end of every single live, it's rehab time. It all starts with you. Let's get it. If you're going to do me a favor, listen, I gave y'all an hour, I think. If you're going to do me a favor by listening to the podcast, just drop podcast in the chat. I'm going to send you the link. If you don't need the link, yes, it's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. We are turning up on the podcast this year, okay? Because I realize that y'all be driving. I realize y'all be working out, listening. So I want to be able to continue to serve, okay? Yes, the book, Protect Your Peace, type peace. And I will send you information on how to get this book if you don't have it. Yes, I'm working on the audiobook right now. The audiobook is coming. So all my people that's like, Trent, I want to support you, but I need the audiobook. Right? So that is coming. Protect Your Peace Mastery is coming. Events. I'm coming to see y'all. Okay. So, hey, I'm going to say y'all right now, September 21st, my birthday, go ahead and block off that weekend. Okay. It's going to be something in Dallas. Y'all going to come out here, block off the weekend. Go ahead and block it off right now. Take time off. Tell everybody, hey, this is rehab time weekend. Okay. So I'm just telling y'all right now, I'm going to announce it soon. We're going to do something major here in Dallas for my birthday weekend in September 21st. I'm turning 20 years old. And then what else we got going on? I'm going to come to a few cities. Let me know in the chat right now, which city should I pull up? I'm thinking Denver. I'm thinking Orlando. I'm thinking Chicago. I'm thinking Phoenix. Let me know. Where should I pull up on? Who gonna really show up though? Don't be just writing, you ain't gonna show up. I'm thinking Seattle. You know what I mean? I'm thinking some place I haven't been for in a minute. Like, let me know, where should I pull up on? Yeah, Terry, the audiobook is coming. I'm telling you, it's coming ASAP. So be ready for it. Let me know. I'm really studying your book. I'm taking time to read it and processing what I read. I love it, Denise. Thank you so much. That's my son's birthday. He forwarded me your stuff to me. Tell your son I appreciate him, Amber. But where should I pull up on? Yeah, I'm 20. Yo, what y'all laughing at? Y'all think I'm 20 years old? I don't look 20? Come on. You like, Trent, I've been following you since 2009. I've been following you since you was 25. What's up, y'all? Okay, Connecticut, Philly. Okay. I see Philly in the building. Where else we got? Let me know. Texas City. Hey, I'm coming to Dallas. We're going to be here in Dallas. I'm here in Dallas anyway. We're going to be in Dallas September. So go ahead. Canada, man. I am not coming to Canada in the winter. I promise you that. But I will come to Toronto maybe. I'm going to come to the UK too. I know they probably sleep over there right now. But the UK, Jersey, Charlotte, North Carolina. I got family in North Carolina, Charlotte. So Atlanta. I've been thinking about Atlanta. Y'all going to show up? What's up? Atlanta, I see you in Fort Worth. You were awesome. Thanks, Steph. I appreciate you. Thanks for the support. OKC. Man, OKC, y'all got to come to Dallas, man. I ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump. I got to come to the bigger cities. I wish I could come to all the cities, but I got to remember, what I told y'all, right? I got to do what's best for me and my energy. So I got to come to the bigger cities. Chicago. Okay. Cleveland, Philly. Okay, I've been seeing a couple Phillies. Maybe I need to come up there. I need to visit Texas. Yes, you do. Texas is incredible. Best place to live. I'm a Texas boy, so I'm going to say that. McKinney, that's Dallas, right? We right here. California, maybe. Hey, oh yeah, the Bay. The Bay has always been historically a beautiful place, and I would love to go back to the Bay to have this moment, because that was the moment where I had the moment I was telling you about the encounter that I wrote, that really protect your peace. So I would love to go back to that same theory in the Bay and just have a different moment and have a full circle moment. So the Bay, I'm thinking about the Bay for sure. New Jersey, cool. So what's your biggest takeaway from tonight? I'm curious. I talked about it a lot. I don't even remember what I talked about. I was just flowing from the heart. And I just got word, not that I care about like statistics because I don't define myself by things, but somebody just sent me this cool thing where they told me I was it's actually a credible source because anybody can make a list. But they told me I was a top 40 speaker in the world. You know what I mean? A communicator. So thank you guys for supporting. You know, I love communicating. I love speaking. I love public speaking. It's what I love to do. It's my passion. It's my mission. And hopefully you guys get to experience me live because, you know, it's a different vibe. I promise you that. And you're going to get the same type of energy. Who y'all see on this screen is who you're going to see in person. I do not switch it up. I do not have a mask. I do not know how to be something that I'm not. I'm going to be me, and I'm going to be me to the fullest because that's the only thing I know how to be. So I'm proud of that, man. So thank you guys for supporting. We're going to continue to go. Like, it's crazy when I sit here and think, I'm going to have a moment. Like, the live is over. It's rehab time. Let's get it. So if you want to leave, like, this is for the late night family VIP people, like, that want to stay and kick it. I know some people be like, hey, Trent, thanks for the messages. That's what I needed. But it's for the family. You know what I mean? And by the way, as you guys are on here, I want y'all to continue to be a part of the family. So type family if you're not a part of my email list. Email list is very important because I'm able to reach you directly and let you be involved in things that literally are more in depth. I want to connect with you more, right? So if you want to be a part of that email family, just write the word family. I'm going to send you a link on how to submit the email. Or you go to TrentShelton.com or how to submit the email so you can be a part of my family if you're not a part of the email list. If you're a part of it, don't worry about it unless you want to sign up twice. But while we kicking it, let's kick it for a little bit. You know what I mean? How much battery got left? Okay, 14%. We'll kick it till the battery go out. So as family, right, I want to kick it with y'all for a little bit. Just talk about some random stuff, what I'm doing. And it's crazy because I had these moments where I sit here and think, like, when people say, Trent, I've been following you, like some of you, I've been following you for 11 years and I was following you when I was in high school. I'm like, what? I've been following for 4 years and 10 years and things like that. And it's super, it's like, it makes me sit and think and pause like, wow, like we've been at this for a moment. Some of y'all like seen my kids. Some of y'all seen Tristan grow up. Like you got Tristan, you guys grew up with, like Tristan grew up with y'all. Like y'all seen Tristan as a baby. And now he's, basically a young man, or he's a young man, about to be a grown man soon. And you guys have seen this. You guys seen me grow. You seen like long hair dread Trent. You seen the red background wall Trent. And now, I'm here. You see, as real as I can put it, and like we're here. And I don't take it for granted, bro. Like to be able to have this longevity, it only means one thing. I got family like y'all, right? You guys keep me going. You guys keep me motivated. You guys keep me inspired. Like your messages when I get on here, you guys make me feel so alive. That's why when I'm on here, it's a running joke, right? That I say like, I'm going to be on here for a little bit and I'll be on here for like 2-3 hours. It's because you guys make me feel alive and I lose track of time. You guys, thank you, Alexandro, for the stars, bro. I really appreciate you. Like I lose track of time with y'all because this is really never a burden to me. Like this is to me the most enjoyable thing of what I do are these Facebook Lives. This is what started Rehab Time. This is what created Rehab Time. We started doing this when they first started lives, I don't know, back in 2011 or something like that. And here we are today. And some of you still show up year after year, day after day. You don't miss a live. You have your notifications on. Like, that's special, man. And I can damn near cry because, like, just thinking about what I mean to some of y'all is like, it's hard to process at times. It really is. And I never take that for granted. So I'm always, in a healthy way, obviously, after today's conversation, I'm always trying to find ways to like connect and serve and, have opportunities. And, sometimes I'm going to be real. My team always says that Trent, like they understand it, but they say, man, sometimes you're too accessible. And it's like, I had a conversation with somebody and they were telling me, it's like, man, you created the monster. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they were telling me like, bro, like you're so accessible. You're so relatable. Like people feel like they know you. You know what I mean? People feel like they know you. And he's like, I've watched people meet you in person, bro. It's like, they don't look at you as some stranger. They look at you like as a big brother, or they look at you as a brother or family or a father figure for some people. Like that's how they, as a friend, they look at you like that. And it's because you are so accessible. And by you being so accessible, people feel like they have a different type of access to you. Like I'm the guy that, I will respond to a DM. I will have a conversation with you. I will randomly say, hey, you going through this? FaceTime me. I will do that. And I've done it plenty of times. I haven't done this in a while because my phone will blow up. But some of y'all might remember when I used to get my phone number out on live. I used to get my phone number out and say, hey, call me. And I would literally talk to people that I could, and I would answer text messages the whole night. And unfortunately, I can't do that anymore because it wasn't working well with my peace and my sleep. But I would do that. And so I say all that to tell you, like, man, even though I don't know some of you I know just by seeing your names on here all the time, I feel so connected with y'all. And so I'm always trying to connect deeper. And I never wanted to be in an unhealthy way. And what I mean by that is like, I never wanted to, I hope you understand, like, I can't always be who you might need me to be in that moment for you. I can't, right? Sometimes I can, but I can't always be that. And that's something that I've struggled with over the years, to be real with you. Like, I struggle with that because when somebody tells me like, oh, you don't care, or, we might make a mistake in merchandise, which we made plenty of mistakes over the years, like little things, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, you don't care about it, but you're just trying to take my money. I'm just like, what? And I understand, like, when you've been hurt by people, when you have been hurt by so many people, you think everybody's taking advantage of you. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. Like, I'm not perfect in business. Like, as far as like things fall through the cracks, nothing's ever intentional at all. Like, and I just be like, man, don't they know my heart though? Like, don't they see, like, and feel who I am to know I wouldn't ever do something intentional? You know what I mean? I would never intentionally not answer something or not whatever. And I used to struggle with that a lot, to the point it was like, man, I don't even want to do this no more. That was a real thing, probably like 6-7 years ago, around that 2016 mark. And I'm always staying up late at night thinking about, like, how can we make this better? Like, if you guys knew the obsession I have with, like, how can I make this better? How can I serve more? How can I help people? How can I help them not just depend on me, but become their own individual? Like, I don't want them just depending on me. How can I do that? And I spend so much time, man, even with content, with merchandise, like figuring out, man, how can I get the best quality stuff? I don't want to, sell something and it does cost a decent price, but it's some BS material. I don't want to do what most people do, where they give you some Gildan, no offense, some Gildan brand shirt that's not the good quality, and they charge all this money and it shrinks in 2 days. A medium goes to a medium when you wash it. You know what I mean? I'm like testing qualities, and like I'm trying different methods with people, and there's a lot of things that are out of our control that I take fault for, because I'm not going to blame anybody else. But I'm like, dang, like me trying to make the best process sometimes bites me in my butt. You know what I mean? So there's just so many different avenues that I'm always trying to progress and grow. And some things I fail at, some things that, I'm just, I'm not perfect. And I'm trying my best to be able to grow, to be able to learn, to be able to continue to provide a great place for this family of rehabbers. And that's what we are. We're family. And so I want to just say thank you for your patience. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for telling people about me. I know some people don't want to hear about me. And y'all be letting people know anyway. Like, this is the dude. Like, you need to follow him. Listen to his messages. Like, I'm obviously the Facebook guy, the video guy. When people see me, you're the guy that's on Facebook. I'm just like, who, Mark Zuckerberg? No, I'm not him. I ain't got his paper. But I know that comes from you. Like, you pressing share, you in the chat right now, you liking a post. Like, all those things matter. It does, because it gets Rehab Time out in the atmosphere even more. So I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, man. I try my best to do our best. And being transparent, I have a small team. I don't have a huge team. Some people think because I have a huge following, they think my team is big. My team isn't big. That was a part of that 2016 thing where I had a big team, and yeah, I don't want to go into that conversation. But I realized I had to do what was best for me. I realized that, I was trying to be what the idea of what people thought I should be. Like, I have this huge platform, so I should have a big team. And I realized that the big team was literally stealing my peace away. Literally, I had the wrong people in the wrong positions. And my small team is a perfect team. My small team, we made more impact than any large team I ever had. But, my team is small. But then my team is large because I got y'all. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all for being a part of the team. But it's like, I'm wild with that too, because, people, you need this big team and you need all this, you need to grow fast. And I've seen people grow fast and crash. I see it all the time, bro. People want to hire fast and grow fast and run at this pace, and they crash. And I'm okay with okay. I'm okay with what we got. If not one more person press follow on this page, I'm okay. Because I got the right people. You know what I mean? I got the people that truly need my message. And I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to get more followers. I'm trying to grow more leaders. I'm trying to grow more true supporters. I'm trying to grow more individuals that understand their worth and walk into their greatness. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to, become some mega star. I'm saying these things so you understand. I'm not trying to become some huge celebrity. I'm not trying to, become some, Fortune 500 company. I'm just not. That's just not what I want. I don't feel like that's what I'm called here to do. You know what I mean? I think that I definitely want to be one of the greatest communicators to ever walk the face of this earth. I do want to do that. I believe that's something I'm called to be and do. I definitely believe that, even more and more every single day. But I'm not trying to be this is magical figure for everybody. Like, I'm not trying to position myself in Hollywood I'm not trying to play the game. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to play the game. And y'all look, you look in the news, you see what playing the game gets you. And those things are real. I'm not accusing anybody. I'm not going to say any names because I don't know those situations personally, but I do know what goes on. You know what I mean? I know what I've been presented with. You know what I mean? I know when you have a position, I know what people will try to present you with. I know what people will try to give you that seems good, but you don't want to take that. I'm going to just be real with you. And so I understand, and that's something I'm proud of. So I'm just venting, y'all, by the way. So thank you for allowing me to have this therapy session with you guys. But I'm just proud, like, I never had to sell my soul. I'm proud that, when I say I did it my way, I'm not saying, like, God is excluded from that, because God is definitely in me. You know what I mean? I'm doing it the way I feel he called me to do it. Like, we didn't have to fake it till we make it. We didn't have to buy a following. We didn't have to, build a brand off of controversy. We didn't have to tear people down. We didn't have to, lose our soul. Like, we really built this thing, bro, from the ground up. Like, when I say we, I'm talking about us. We really did that. Like, that is so freaking rare, y'all. Y'all don't realize that, because you look out on social media, you just see somebody with millions of followers. Well, okay, well, they probably did that too. Very, very rare. And that's what I just be like, like, I love being a man of the people. Like, I love that. I love being able to go out into these streets and get love from every person, every human being, every race, every gender, every preference. Like, it's crazy in a way, like, where when people say, who's your what do they say? Who's your like your audience, right? Who's your unique audience, whatever. I'll be like, everybody. I'm just being honest. Come to one of my events. You gonna think you in the hood. You gonna think you at the Prestige. You gonna think you at a motorcycle conference. You gonna think you at a party. You gonna think you at church. Like, come to it, because it's everybody. Different colors, different races. Like, Rehab Time transcends all of that stuff. And that's what I'm proud of, because it's about love. And that's what I represent. And to see you guys take rehab, renewing every heart and body. If you guys don't know the acronym for that, I haven't said it in so long. Renewing every heart and body. When you guys are taking rehab for yourself and you guys are using rehab for your life, that was my vision since day one. I remember being in my room thinking about, is my life over? Like, I remember that to this day. 2009, I remember being in my room. I will never forget thinking, like, dang, my life is over. And then God just put in my heart, now your life is beginning. It's rehab time. I didn't know what rehab time was. I just thought it meant going to the gym at 12 o'clock. That's it. I thought it meant going to the gym at 12 o'clock. Hey, Trent, it's rehab time. Checking in the rehab. Right? Maybe it was Rihanna's song. I don't know. Was playing on the radio at that time. I was living rehabish, by the way. One foot in, one foot out. Not ashamed to admit it. And I was trying to figure out myself. Right? But I was progressing towards something greater. And so rehab time been going to the gym. And then I started to figure out, like, okay, I'm at the gym working out, talking to people, giving people some inspiration. Then it turned into, making these little videos online. You know what I mean? Okay, I need to be creative and I need to have a release for myself. And then it turned to making little YouTube videos that I didn't know what I was doing, but I was just pressing record and just talking. Short dreads, tiny dread Trent, trying to figure out my voice, trying to figure out who I was, trying to figure out my message. And it turned into going on Facebook Live, and it turned into making these spoken words, and it turned into being this, and it just kept evolving. And so it's super dope. And I hope this is inspiration to y'all, bro. Like, I really do. I hope you don't mind me calling you bro. I hope it's inspiration to y'all to, like, wherever you're at right now, I'm telling you, it's possible, man. The impossible is possible. This is not some fluff talk. It's not to impress you. It's not to just motivate you. It's reality talk. It's reality talk. You got to set the notifications. Like, it's on the page. So if you want to catch me live, set up notifications. That's all you got to do. Just go to my page. Facebook has it where you can set up notifications. I know YouTube has set the bell. I'm not sure if Facebook has it. I just saw somebody ask, like, how do I know when you're live? Right? When I post, set up notifications. That's the best way to do it. But yeah, so, like, that's why I tell y'all, like, it's possible. And this was so organic and authentic in the stance of, like, I didn't, like, start this, be like, okay, this is a business, or I'm going to be the speaker. I just was like, I'm about to go work out. That was where it started at. Rehab Time was a fitness thing. when it first started. Literally, it was fitness. Some of y'all don't know about that. It was fitness. That's why when during COVID, we did the online workouts. Like, that was rehab time. Online workouts. I was an online trainer. That was rehab time. And in doing that, it was like mind, body, and soul. That's all it was. And then it evolved. It evolved and evolved and evolved. And I couldn't have planned this out. So to look at it today and sit back and be like, it's crazy where we at. Right? It's crazy where we at. That's because of y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Let me get back in this chat. You're defending my bro. Who's, what else? Yeah, you can receive it in text. Y'all should be a part of my text community too. I know most of you are. If you want to receive text, yes, from the floor up. Yeah, man. Okay, let me ask y'all this question. I'm just curious. And I gotta go because my phone about to die. How long have you been following me? Let me know. And be for real. Don't be capping. Oh, I gotta go. Hey, my phone is about to die. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. It's rehab time. Let's get it.